Hi, my name is Tara, and thank you for visiting my channel at Tara One Love Coach. Today we'll be doing a past life reading. And today we'll see how our past life will connect or may connect with our present. So let's see what the messages are from Spirit. This will be a very relaxing, deep reading. So let us begin. This reading will be for Scorpio. Hello, my Scorpios out there, and today we're going to explore on how our past life, what is our past life, and how our past life will connect or is connecting with our present. This reading may not resonate with all, of course, but may resonate with some. First position represents the lifetime that triggered the situation. Food and hunger. This represents the lifetime that triggered the situation. So in a past life, my Scorpios out there, some of you may have dealt with issues of hunger and may have been going through a time in a past life where there was a bit of scarcity with food. There was a situation that food may have been hard to come by for some of you. So it may affect you now in a very different way. So let's move to the second position, which represents or reveals your current situation and what you need to know to work on right now. So far with food and hunger, you might have been coming from a famine, perhaps in your past life. Again, as I said before, where the food was very scarce. Our food was hard to come by. Okay? So let's move a little bit further. And we have orphan. So from what I'm feeling here, I'm feeling like there might have been a past life that you dealt with a lot of upheaval. Maybe something that might have been connected to a war, or some type of war, or some type of battle, I feel. So with the food and hunger, this might have caused possibly this famine after this possible past life of war or of some type of battle fighting either against one another or against, possibly I feel it's against the opposition, I will say. So it's been a upheaval from what I'm feeling. I'm feeling some type of upheaval type energy, just a lot of turmoil, possibly. I feel like some of you, Scorpio, could have been on your own with this orphan energy that's coming out here. And I feel like there's a sense of loneliness, perhaps, you went through, and you had to fend for yourself in a past life. I feel like there was a lot of, what is the word? Superstition. I feel like this was a place where there could have been some type of superstition or some type of belief or something, in a mixture of a place where there was a lot of fighting. Okay? Now, with your present life in the now, you might have dealt with challenges with food and hunger, so you might be very sensitive to food. You may be very picky, actually, to food in your present life right now. In regards to the upheaval that I see with this food and hunger, it's just like, it seems like in your past life, you might have been in a place where everybody's trying to survive. So I feel that now you might be a person of solitude, or may want to stay to yourself, or stay away from drama, or a lot of confusion. Okay? And moving into the orphan, I feel like there was a loss probably with this possible past life or some type of way of living. If it was some type of war, or if it was some type of upheaval or tribe, I'm going to say that, or some type of place where a lot of superstition was around as well. This is what I'm feeling. And I feel like you had to fend for yourself as a child, or you might have went through the experience of rejection, okay? Or feeling abandoned. So in the now, in your present, I feel like there could be, with relationships, a fear of being alone for some of you, or an insecurity feeling or feeling of abandonment. It may interfere with some relationships, feeling like you're going to be abandoned, or just coping with the fact that if a relationship is over, you may feel that sense of abandonment. You may get that feeling, or these feelings may come back, come to you, and it may be a challenge to deal with. Orphan. You also may have a longing for love from parents. In the now, there might have been some current challenges that went along with relationships and parents. So let's see how these phobias or these experiences that you may deal with now, this also may have some eating disorders as well to it, with the food and the hunger. You may battle, like I said, with the sensitivity with the food. Also, you may be very conscious of what you're eating and what's going inside as well. So let's see how your path is going to be moving forward, and how it'll improve your current path from your past life. We have the High Priestess, and of course we recognize that also from the tarot, the High Priest or Priestess. I feel like there was a struggle as you struggled here and here, I really feel like you grew up to be a very strong spiritual person in your past life. I feel like from your trials and tribulation, from possible, and not necessarily abandonment, but I am going to say for some past life, you might have been through a situation that dealt with abandonment, or also the loss of parents as well. Okay? And as I mentioned before, here, it was a rough start here with the scarcity of life and just trying to survive, and in survival mode basically. But I feel like, and I said a lot of superstition. For some reason, Spirit is saying superstition. So whether you came from some type of tribe or some type of, I feel like it's like a tribe or a group of, like a tribe that had certain types of beliefs. Okay? I feel like with those certain types of belief, I feel like you might have been shunned out possibly as well. Okay? Because they had superstition amongst a tribe or a group of people. They had a certain belief. So in the midst of all that, with the scarcity and the possible rejection, okay, is another energy that I see from here. But I feel like overall, through all this trials and tribulation, I feel like you've gained strength from what you had to go through in life and in your past life. I feel like you have this embedded strength that you have developed such a sensitivity. And I also feel that people didn't understand in a past life, because I kind of feel like you were really beyond their understanding. I feel like you were also a child that was very insightful and had a lot of wisdom, okay? And had a lot of gifts as well. And this is where the word superstition comes in at, because a lot of people didn't understand. I feel like they were going by a certain type of belief system. And I feel like as a child, you were sort of like an orphan because you didn't blend in with others in a past life, okay? So it felt like a bit of loneliness from what I'm feeling right now. I feel like, you know, the lack of understanding, and also with ignorance as well, not understanding or not being, not understanding what type of child you were in a past life. And I feel like you were shunned a bit, okay? That's what I'm feeling here. So here we are on this journey now, as you move into the energy of the High Priestess. And with the High Priestess, I feel like you evolved. You came into your fullness. You came into who you are. There was bits and pieces. This is the reason why you were shunned as a child, I feel, in a past life. But as you grew older, I feel like you grew into your destiny in who you should be, and your spirituality most of all. And this is where the things that people didn't understand. I also feel that there were some family members, as I'm listening here, I also feel that there were some family members, maybe it was distance, that might have showed you some compassion, okay? I don't feel like it was all like you were shunned away totally. I feel like there were some that understood your ability, in your power, in your energy. But I feel those people were put in your path so that you can evolve into the person that you were destined to be in that lifetime. Okay? Which is the energy of the High Priestess. Now, some of these quirks are these little things you may go through in your current life. As I said, is the eating situation with food. You may be, kind of focused on what type of food you eat. You may not be able to eat a lot of food. There may be some challenges with some type of eating disorders possibly that you go through currently now. Or there could be some challenges, not necessarily challenges, but there could also be sort of like a pickiness with your eating. You may be focused on eating healthy. So I feel like this is what's dribbling over in your current. Okay? With this, the energy of the orphan, again, dealing with rejection, dealing with abandonment. Well, it's always a challenge to deal with rejection, but dealing with issues of abandonment, or it could be currently, there could be some parental challenges that you had as a child, as well with your parents as well. You might have not been so close for some of you. But over all that, I feel that this past life reading really speaks about how you grew into who you are, or who you were in a past life, and currently who you are today. So I feel like with the High Priestess, I feel like there's a sense of spiritual energy about you, very insightful, very intuitive. I feel like those dreams and gifts have actually moved into your present life as of today. Your present life as you live in your knowing consciousness. I feel like you're still growing into your spirituality. You're still growing. I feel like there's an energy of comfort around you, and I feel like certain people gravitate to you in regards to that energy that you do have. Okay? For now, as of now in your present life. So I feel like with this High Priestess is a very powerful energy. So let me pull here from, and this is going to be, I'm just going to allow Spirit to lead me here. The Divination of Ancients. The Divination of Ancients. Oracle cards. I'm led to pull from these cards too, and see what the messages are here, and how it will help us in our present life today. So we have coins and abundance. We align that up here with the food and hunger. It speaks about scarcity with the food and hunger. In your present life here, it speaks about abundance and how things have evolved from a past life. into your present life. Okay? I feel like this has made you more conscious of wanting more out of life, wanting abundance, desiring abundance, and achieving abundance out of life. This might be your drive, what you've been through in your past. So we have a positive energy of prosperity and abundance coming through, totally opposite of what you've been through in a past life. However, I feel like you evolved greatly here in a past life as well. And I feel like it was just not understanding. There was a lot of lack of understanding, because I feel in a past life you were always a gifted child and a gifted person, but it was because of lack of understanding people had, and also tradition and superstition that kind of oppressed the situation as well, amongst all the upheaval that you might have been through. But I feel like you were driven to be this person who you were in a past life. Now, I feel like a lot of people came to you, and now I'm going back to the past life, and Spirit has me going back to the past life again as I'm touching the energy of this card here. And I feel like people came to you. I feel like people came to you for healing as well. I've seen people coming for healing. I feel like you were baptizing people. Wow, I see a baptism going on here. I feel like people were coming to you. It's a baptism. You like totally evolved, like was walking in your full destiny here with the High Priestess. I feel like a lot of people were coming to you. And I feel like people were bringing offerings as well here. So I feel like you came from a place of famine and struggle, but I feel like because of your gift, it made you prosperous. I don't feel like you were one of money here, but I felt like you were one of service from what I'm seeing in spirit. I see a person of service, helping people and healing people. But I see now in this present life here, I feel like this has brought you prosperity and abundance because of the gifts that, okay, so Spirit is telling me is because of the gifts that you carried over from your past life. And I feel like now that you are doing the things, are walking in your present life, but you had carried over the gifts from your past life. And I feel like these gifts are bringing you abundance. So that's, wow, that's a lot. Let's move a little bit further. This is your past. This is your present. Knowledge. Wow. Destiny, confirmation. The word destiny. Just a couple of minutes ago. Destiny, the book of knowledge. What a journey. I feel like, again, I see a person of service. I see a person of greater insight and wisdom. I feel like this is part of your spirituality. I feel like you honed in your present life. I feel like you started to research many things that you didn't know why you were researching as well. I feel like you've come into a place of wanting to know more about your passions, about your spirituality, about your gifts. Um, and with you learning and gaining knowledge, I feel this is very connected with who you were in a past life. I feel like now, as I said before, that this has brought abundance, spiritual abundance for you. Abundance in all areas of your life. And I feel like you're still in a position of being able to help others. So let's move forward on the path of what is ahead. And we have spells. I feel like this is the magician in the tarot. When I see this energy here, and this is about manifesting your powers, your abilities, your gifts, okay? Alchemy. Hope I pronounced that word right. Alchemy. I feel like with this energy here, you're walking into, for some of you, you're walking into your fullness. I feel like this is where things, with your gifts, with your abilities, I feel like you're in a place and will be in a place of manifestation, achieving your dreams and goals. I feel like that you also deal with possibly actually spells. This is what you do. This is sort of like a healing or a holistic type of energy, that this is most likely what you've gotten a lot of knowledge and what you know about, okay? I feel like a lot of things has to do with healing and holistic things that are natural, such as herbs, things that bring healing to others, to yourself. I feel like this, and I feel like also it's surrounded by a sense of spirituality as well. I see with this spells, I feel like this is a place of manifestation for you, and pretty much you making things happen, making things, bringing things into fruition. Changing things, bringing transformation. But I feel like you have that power, you have that ability to be able to manifest what you desire. That's what I see here. You have that ability, Scorpio. So this is really a wonderful journey. I'm trying to see. Let me see. I'm going to conclude this reading here. I feel like there's a lot of messages here for you, Scorpio, for your past life moving into your present life, and how it affects you, and how the path that you're on now is going to be very prosperous, wisdom filled, knowledge filled, and you're going to be able to manifest even more in your life purpose. So this concludes the reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, God bless you.